Hello. So, today we are going to be talking about using your femininity to attract and how your womb health equals your wealth. Okay, so I have my notes, I have my book, so let's just get into it. So, for one, this is something that I go over in my Divine Feminine Magnetism course. So if you find yourself feeling drawn or attracted to more of this information and just wanting to amplify your magnetism, wanting to amplify your magnetic energy, then definitely check that out. But let's get into it. So, your womb. We're going to talk about your womb, how it's a magnetic force field, and how your intuition and everything's all tied into it. So your womb is your portal to the infinite source bank of attracting all things. We are literally the only beings, women and feminine beings are literally the only beings who have a direct connection to the cosmos. It is your portal to becoming richer, prettier, and more abundant. Yes. So we have access to infinite source of information, the infinite portal of the cosmos. We can literally birth things into reality. We can literally magnetize things towards us with our natural being, because that is what we're here to do. And we're here to multiply and to bestow abundance and gifts and those things. So your womb is connected within a pattern of sacred geometry. The fallopian tubes, ovaries, canal, uterus, etc. is in perfect placement for you to be extremely attractive and magnetic, and for you to manifest or birth things into existence from that portal of infinite source. So your womb is a literal magnetic force field. This is why a lot of times, like, this is why, like, you can attract things without even trying. You can attract people coming up to talk to you, men just being like coming up to you when you're literally just being, you're not doing anything. And when you're able to tap into this power and learn how to actually use it and understand how it's communicating with you, then you can really tap more into your power and actually be more intentional with what you are attracting into your life. So yes, the wisdom that is stored within your womb are extensions from the women in your lineage. So your mom, your grandma, and your great grandma, and so on and so forth. And when you become more intentional and aware of your womb health and power, when you become more intentional and aware of your womb health and power, you actually begin to ascend the DNA of the women before you and who will come after you. So you are just an extension of every woman that has come before you. So the amount of wisdom, knowledge, information, instincts that you have are literally infinite. And when you actually tap into this, because honestly, like, a lot of the women who come before us are not really like that much educated within their own femininity and don't know how to really be empowered within their own femininity. There's a reason why the feminine aspects of things, even within society, has been suppressed. It's because we are so powerful, and when we start to understand our power, then we actually are fucking dangerous, like, but in the best ways possible. Okay. I have this tattoo and it says brutally soft, and that just explains, like, femininity in its whole, like being soft but still being fierce, and just owning that power and knowing how to be empowered within your femininity and not being afraid to take up space and to be your full authentic self. We feel like we have to constantly abide by like masculine standards and be equal to men and stuff like that, but we are not equal to men. Like, we are not equal to men, and it was placed like that by God for a reason. We have our own power, we have our own ways of communicating and operating in this life. So I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, so when you become more intentional and aware of your womb health and power, you actually begin to ascend the DNA of the women before you and who will come after you. Your womb is a portal that stores wisdom, information, intuition, your instinctual nudges, creativity, and trauma. And there's a lot of knowledge and power within your natural being. So not only does your womb store information and creativity and power, but it also stores trauma, and that is also a form of power. A lot of us are becoming aware of the trauma that has been like hereditary within our lineage and stuff like that, and it's not to that isn't to weaken you. That's actually a source of power. And I always talk about beauty in your darkness. The darkness that you carry within you, even from lifetimes ago, really create the texture of your being, and it really makes you brutally soft. It does. And you can use that power and alchemize it into whatever you want it to be when you are intentional and when you have the knowledge of yourself. Okay, so let's get into connection and clarity with the womb. So being as though your womb holds why did I just lose my spot? What the fuck? Okay, being as though your womb holds all of this power and information, it's important that you keep cleanliness and clarity within your womb so that you can clearly receive that information. When you have uncomfortable feelings in your stomach before deciding on something, that is your womb communicating with you from that infinite source of knowledge and information, saying, hey, this doesn't align with us. Let's move differently. And let me just keep reading. When you are aiming to have that clear communication with your body, it's important that you are mindful of what you eat and are intaking, because lots of processed foods can cloud that communication and create a barrier. So I'm going to share with you a little fun fact about me and how I grew up. I grew up very holistically. For most of my life, I've been a pescatarian/vegan. So for most of my life, I've eaten pretty much just like salmon, fish, and just like vegan meals. It would be a lot of times when we would grow up, where we would come home from school and stuff like that, me and my brother, and not my camera brother died, and we would come home and dinner would just be like vegetables, just straight vegetables. We would have like corn, cabbage, string beans, and I'm like, damn, where the other stuff at? And like, it would get to a point to where as though I didn't like to invite my friends over, because it's like, I know that y'all don't eat the same type of stuff that we did. My dad would only buy organic things and stuff like that. And yeah, but my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna come back and like get back into it. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, so basically I grew up vegan, pescatarian, and I really feel like during my adolescent years, I was very clear. I was very clear on where I needed to go, when I needed to go, even when it came to things like, oh, I don't feel like going, but I knew I needed to like go to like rehearsal or something like that. Like, babe, I would never miss a fucking rehearsal. I would go to rehearsal on my birthdays. I would go to rehearsal when I was like on my cycle and stuff like that, because like if I had a feeling like, no, I shouldn't go, that communication was clear for me, because I didn't have like a lot of processed things clouding and making a barrier for that. And like, as I've gotten older and like once I started branching out on my own, and like when I moved to LA and stuff like that, that's when I started, you know, I would still eat like the normal things that I would always eat, but I would start incorporating things like Chick-fil-A, because I would eat like chicken here and there. Like if I would go out, I would eat chicken or whatever. it was just like a disciplinary thing. Like, oh, my friends, like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna just eat some, like, you know, Chipotle, just fast foods and stuff like that. And that's where, like, I started getting a little bit clouded and like, oh, should I go to this or should I not go to this, or like just like the navigation. Your womb is a literal compass, and when you are fueling yourself with healthy foods, whole foods, you feel a lot lighter. You feel like you are able to just move more intuitively as a woman, and that is how we are naturally born to move, is through intuition. And you don't realize how much food can actually weigh you down and can actually be just such a hindrance and such baggage to your everyday life. Like, oh my gosh, when I was eating Chick-fil-A every day, I was working at Chick-fil-A when I moved to LA for a short amount of time, and then they fired my ass because, babe, when you're an entrepreneur, no matter what the fuck you do, you are always going to be redirected onto that path. So no matter what job I had, babe, I damn near got fired. I couldn't work there no more. Like, something happened. But every day when I was eating Chipotle and stuff like that, I was so depressed. I was honestly so depressed. Like, the food was good. It was like serving my flesh, you know, but it was not serving me for my fullness and my wholeness and like just the fullness of my energy. It was actually weighing me down, especially being as though I'm a dancer. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good nutrition. So yes, so let's move on. So as feminine beings, we operate very intuitively, and you have to slow down and allow your intuition to actually speak before you go and make decisions and choices that don't truly align. So sometimes we just jump the gun, we just go ahead and just do something, and then afterwards it's like, oh shit, like, damn, I low-key had a feeling or whatever. And it's like, slow down. It's okay to be slow. This is also what I was talking about being in that hyper masculine energy. You don't have to go hurry up and do stuff. Like, you can be relaxed in your body and allow your body to speak and to tell you and communicate to you, and allow your womb to be your compass and allow it to speak before you actually just go and do things and move forward with things. So when you have a sense of uncertainty within your body, wait and allow things to settle before moving forward. This will allow you to tap more into your sensuality as a woman, because we are feelers of this realm, and sensuality is just connecting with your senses. So touch, smell, feel. And I actually, during I'm going to start having my sensual flow classes again, but while I was having my classes, I always have I'm always sharing and teaching things of this, and just being able to use dance as a way to alchemize and to amplify your sensual energy and your connectivity to yourself and the cosmos is so powerful, especially as women. Oh my gosh, like, if you've ever been to my class and you watching this video, just leave a comment. Even though I don't know, but I don't know who would be like watching, who came to my class. But if you ever wanted to come to one of my classes, I post on Instagram whenever I'm having a session. My sessions are usually like 2 hours, and we do the whole 9. Like, it's not just like a regular dance class. I always have gifts for my students and my divine goddesses who come and show love. So yeah, it's really fun. And just being able to connect to your body in that way will literally amplify your magnetism. It'll amplify your connection to yourself, and it'll give you that confidence to be able to make decisions that feel right and that are right. Okay, so yeah, because we are feelers of this realm. As a woman, when you turn the focus inward, you start to become and you start to become more intentional about what you are consuming, whether that's food, well, not even whether that's, but both food, media, just things that you are intaking and consuming, how you are feeling, and what your intuitive wisdom and knowledge is communicating to you. You put yourself in a place of power to be able to decide better. And by you drawing that focus inward, you begin to attract and magnetize the right things toward you, while simultaneously repelling what doesn't align. This is all about like that polarity. So as you are turning your focus inwards, you are actually drawing the things that are aligned with you towards you, while simultaneously repelling the things, because as magnetic beings, you are going to attract many things, but it's important that you keep your polarization balanced, so that you are not repelling your desires. You are not repelling the things that are actually in alignment to you, and drawing the things in that you don't really want, you know? And yeah. So, this is how we begin to attract instead of chase. You have to get out of that hypermasculinity energy. You have to get out of that hypermasculine energy of constantly looking outward to seeking what needs to be changed or fixed or built or sought after, to reversing the awareness inward onto amplifying your magnetism and health to have more and multiply, because that is what we naturally do. Yeah, getting out of that hypermasculinity mode, like, you feel like, you know, when your business isn't going well, it's like, okay, what else do I have to do? Like, what strategies do I need to do? And although those things work and it needs to be in unison, really directing your focus inward and to understand what feels good and what feels the most relaxing and at ease and at peace is what is going to bring you the most abundance, because that is how you'll be able to stay in your flow and not get burnt out and feeling like you have to constantly work hard. Okay, so now we're gonna get into like the money where's my shit? Where's my book? Okay, sorry. So now we're gonna get into like the money aspect and the abundance aspect of things, because baby, we are fucking abundant. There's no reason why any woman should be broke or down bad, okay? But, you know, this is life also. So it's no judgment, no shame. But I'm going to share this with you, goddess to goddess, so that you could gain like a little more clarity and ease surrounding your energy. Okay, so honoring the divine feminine. Honoring the divine feminine is how you will start to bring in those riches and that abundance. So as women, we have to look within ourselves to seek our own divine feminine power. Because as you enhance your femininity and you become more of a magnetic feminine woman, proudly, and being able to take up space without feeling like you're bad for taking up space or like you're uncomfortable for taking up space, you will get more in return, because you will get more in return and things will come a lot easier, because you will have to work a lot less than if you were tapping into your masculine energy. Because a woman who is in their feminine energy can attract more abundance and prosperity, versus a woman who is in her masculine energy will have to physically go out and like work hard and do all of these things, you know. And I have a heavy Capricorn in my chart. My Capricorn is very dominant in my chart. So baby, I love to work. Like, I really love to work. But having that balance and being able to tap more into my femininity is what actually brings me more abundance, because I'm not a man. Although Capricorns, like, and I'm not even trying to make this about zodiacs or whatever, but that is like a major part of who I am. Is like, I love to work. I love to work hard. I don't mind working hard for the things that I want. And sometimes it doesn't even require you to actually like physically do a lot of things, but it requires you to turn the focus inward, and therefore that energy that you are pouring into yourself is what is drawing in those opportunities and that abundance towards you. So yeah, so like a woman who is in her masculine will have to like physically go out and do all of these physical things to get the same abundance and prosperity that a woman who is just naturally in her full femininity really doesn't have to do like much for. So focus on your divine feminine and you will see how abundance and prosperity increases in your life. And when you pour into the divine feminine, everything changes. You're going to have to step it up as far as your creativity, patience, belief in yourself. And this is like a big reason why I created my course, because a lot of women are very disconnected from their power. They pour a lot into the masculine. They operate a lot within their masculine energy. And everything is really about a delicate balance. But when, as women, we pour into ourselves, like everything that you want is inevitable. It's inevitable. Like I said, we are connected to the cosmos. So it's not that you cannot attract. It's what are you attracting? It's what are you attracting? Because why are you putting so much of your energy out like that? Like, you putting your energy out is a masculine act, because the masculine energy is to provide, to hunt, to survive, to, you know what I'm saying, do all of those things. And like over time, as women, we wanted to become so equal to men that it became kind of a norm for women to just, you know, take on those positions of power. But those are not really our positions of power. And it's important to understand your true position of power so that you can actually step into that and have more ease and have more relaxation and have more wealth. I'm going to share a few more things. Yeah, so like I was saying, there's a big reason why feminine energy has been suppressed and shunned. It's because it brings everyone who works with this energy abundance. And this is why when you see men who are very highly successful, they usually have women around them who they pour into. So whether this is why you see like big rappers and just like big artists and stuff like that, they automatically buy their mama house. They take care of their girl. They get their girlfriend a car. They get their wife a car, whatever the case may be. Stuff like that, because they know that when they pour into the divine feminine, they will automatically receive all that abundance. Like, you know, because the divine feminine is naturally here to bestow gifts, ease, wealth, energy, and abundance. And yeah, my camera's about to freaking die again. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it there. I want to give like a mudra, meditation mudra. So put your hands in the heart here, and you could just hold it over your womb. And you can do 4 slow breaths in, 4 slow breaths out. And really just put your image on your, put your awareness on your womb and just all the power that lies there, all the wisdom that lies there. And just think of the things that you want and just magnetize them towards you. But I pray that this reached all the right people. My camera's about to die. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.